Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who do not know, my name is Brittany Marie, and for those of you who are returning back to my channel, welcome back. So today we're just going to be talking about the new Kat Von D palette, and I think it's called Serpentina. I'm not sure on the pronunciation, but this is the palette right here. It is so cool. Like, even the box is cool. So I'm just going to do a little bit of unboxing. I'm just going to do some swatches on my arm so you guys, or on my arm, so you guys can see what the shades look like. And I'll give you like my first thoughts and everything. I'll probably end up doing a tutorial or something on the palette later on in the future. But for now, I'm just going to do swatches and show you guys what the palette looks like. So here is what the actual palette looks like. And it looks pretty much exactly like the box, except for it has like this gold detailing right here on the underbelly or underneath, and then on the back it's like the same as the back of the box with the name of the shades. So when you open up the palette, you get a nice little mirror that's right here, and then you see these amazing colors right here. Like, as soon as I opened it, my jaw literally just hit the floor. And it has just these nice, like, from here to here, like nice like metallic-y shades, and then this purple and this red shade right here are both mattes. And I'm just super excited to swatch these. I haven't swatched it yet because I just got it in the mail yesterday, but I'm going to swatch it with you guys. So before I get into the swatches, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of background information about the palette. So it is available online at Sephora.com and KatVonDBeauty.com for $45. I believe it is available on the website right now. And then on the back of the box, there's just a little information about the palette itself from Kat Von D. It says, the inspiration for this palette came more from a sentiment versus an actual muse. But if I had to choose a physical representation, I'd say it's inspired by the essence of Egypt, Cleopatra to be specific. Although she's portrayed as one of the most beautiful women in history, the truth is her most powerful qualities were her intelligence and self-creation. She was an original pioneering woman. So that is where she got the inspiration from this palette from. And I'm just going to do some swatches for you guys so you guys can see the color payoff, and I'm just super excited to see it with you guys. So I'm just going to go down the line from left to right of the palette. And the first shade that I'm going to swatch for you guys is called Blood Milk, and it's that reddy shade from the palette, and it is like a matte finish. So here is Blood Milk. So the next shade is this shade right here. It's like a goldy shade. It's called Medusa. And just from like swatching like the first two shadows in the palette, I could tell that these shadows are like super creamy, buttery, all of that goodness. Like, they're like super pigmented as well. So the next shade is like this blacky gold shade. It's called Ak. It's ANKH. And wow, like, that is pretty pigmented. I'm just going to do another swatch right there, just so we can really see like the color payoff. And that one's just more of a black shade with gold shimmers in it. So the next shade I'm going to swatch for you guys is Queen, and it's kind of just like a purple metallic shade. And as you can see, the metallics in this palette are pretty pigmented. So the next shade is the fifth shade in the palette, and it's more of like a orangey gold, copper, all that in one. And I'm just going to swatch it right next to that purple. And as you can see, yet again, the shade is like super pigmented. And that's just this orangey gold copper shade right there. And then the next shade is a blue. Lord, I can't get with the blue eyeshadow, but this shade is super pretty. So I'm just going to swatch that one for you guys right now. And that one is called Nile. And I'm going to swatch it right over here next to that orange coppery shade. And there is Nile. So the next shade in the palette is a iridescent green color. I'm just going to swatch that right next to that blue. And there going to do another little swatch just so you guys can get the full pigment. And there is that. So the last shade, but certainly not least, is Venom. And that is this matte purpley shade that I'm going to swatch right here. And as you can see, it's super, super pigmented, just like all the other shades in the palette. Definitely does not disappoint. Kat Von D does not disappoint with these shadows. I mean, look at this. Like, this is about like one swatch of color, and they're fully pigmented, really smooth, really creamy, like amazing. Like, I'm just dying right now. Like, these shadows are amazing. So overall, I would have to say that the driest of the palette were this red shade and purple shade, but that is to be expected since they are matte shades. And for the two creamiest, hands down, in the palette were this blue shade right here and this green one. Like, they were like super creamy, buttery, like everything your heart desires, like in a palette, was in this palette. Like, the consistency, like the formulation, everything is amazing. I think that these shadows right here are better than the shadows that she has in her normal palette. Not saying those aren't great, because those are amazing, but this is just this much better. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe, and if you're not new, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have like any requests or any comments or anything like that, please be sure to leave it in the description box below. Have a nice day, you guys. Bye. Jaclyn Hill did a collaboration with Becca again. Yes, the second collaboration. And it was a whole collection this time.